I've officially lost 82 pounds. So, what's next? How about I create a fun 60-day weight loss challenge? Because this girl is ready to chip away at her 100-pound weight loss goal. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm calling it officially day one and chapter two of my weight loss journey. And you're probably thinking, what is this girl talking about? Chapter two? I say stay with me. My goal here is to just run you through every single part of my life over the next 60 days as I inch closer to my goal weight. And, I thought, why not do it with a fun challenge? I love challenges. And the goal for the series is to show you everything, that I'm doing in the next 60 days to kind of help mold, some things possibly for you for your own personal challenge, if that's something you want to do. I just want to get in the best possible shape for the summertime. It's getting nice out, and I want to get closer to my new goal weight. So in this video, I'm just going to be laying out my overall plan, my overall goals, just throughout the entire video. But when I started back in March of 2023, I didn't set an exact weight loss total. And if you watch some of my prior videos, you probably understand like my history and my extreme competitive side to try to hit that weight loss, target as quick as possible with restrictive eating and just excessive working out. So it wasn't until about 13 months into my journey that I felt mentally ready to set a weight loss total. And so much went into that final decision, but I started at 253 and I'm currently sitting at 171 as of this morning. So that puts me, 82 pounds down. And you may be saying, a weight of 153 at 5'9" might be a tad low. And you could be correct, which is, why we're going to monitor it once I lose 10 pounds and then move on to the next 10 pounds. But right now it's merely a number and, I'm going to take it pound by pound. There's no rush. And if you're just starting out or a couple months in, just remember this, just take it day by day. And I also loved watching all the stages of someone's weight loss journey. It was inspirational. And I would envision myself at this point that I'm at right now. And let me tell you, the feeling as I start chapter two is indescribable. And then when I was walking the other day, I was thinking, it's time to wrap up chapter one and think about what I needed to do to reach this new weight loss goal. And by no means what I was doing, prior wasn't going to get me to reach that. I just love a challenge. I love structure and focus, and it's almost May and summer's around the corner. It's getting nicer out. I'm like, let's spice it up a little bit and have some fun. And then I thought I could create a series to just show you how I planned this out. And, maybe you might want to join me, as I said before. Plus, a lot of what I was doing, to plan for this challenge, I did when I first started out, then when I had to tackle my weight loss stall, and now on to chapter two. So when I was thinking about my goals, for chapter two, and I was thinking, what can I do to just not only transform my body, but also my mind? I had a million other challenges pop in my head, from hard 75 to like 60-day summer shredding programs. And then I had to dial it back a little. Every once in a while, that old me pops out and I just have to ignore her. Um, and even though I've always been intrigued by hard 75, I'm just not in the right place to even attempt that at this moment. But I haven't written it off. I'm intrigued by it. Which leads me to just a random story. I was listening to the new Taylor Swift album, like pretty much everybody last week, and she had a song with Florence and the Machine, and I thought to myself, I used to really like her music, so I pulled up an Amazon Rediscover playlist, and that song "Shake It Out" came on, and when I was just listening to it, I was reminded with these lyrics that says like, what is it? It's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake him off. And for some reason, that kind of hit me because I still have these moments where the old me pops in, the binge eater, or then everything's off limits, or maybe I could do 2 workouts a day, but I'm a lot quicker to recognize and shake that girl off. And I just keep on progressing to that new, healthier me. So let's get back to the challenge talk. I took some of the structure of Hard 75 and just rewrote it to be specific to me. And let's get into the rules that I've come up for my 60-day challenge. And I'm going to have 5 daily and 1 weekly goal. And I'm going to talk about all 6 at once. And then I'm just going to break them down a little bit. So the first one is work out 1 time a day for at least 45 minutes. Second one, follow a healthy eating plan. Third, drink a gallon of water a day. 4, follow a daily skincare regimen. 5, sleep 7 to 9 hours a night, and 6, take weekly progress photos. And these are by no means groundbreaking, but it just allows me to put those blinders up and have a focus and carry on the theme from my beginners video, which is just keep it simple. So now that I have my goals, and I think it's time I need to break them down into just smaller parts. And I've said in a past video that I love to do like weekly, monthly, and 6 month goals. But because this is a 60-day challenge, I want to now just look through the lens of weekly and then a 60-day end goal. So then what do I need to figure out for week one? And, as a reminder, I'm still taking Mounjaro, and I dropped down to 10 milligrams this past weekend. And I just plan to stay on that dose for the foreseeable future. But, if anything changes, I'll make sure to just include it in a future update. And then, the first thing I need to do is to achieve 45 minutes of activity each day. So I went on Canva and I found a really cool template, and I just made a couple quick little edits. I'll link it below if you want to check it out. But it just helps me map out each day, because if you don't plan, you will 100% fail. So I just like to have structure, and, I'm going to add a couple new things. And thankfully this is weekly, because I can either make adjustments for the next week, or this could end up being the structure for the next couple of weeks. We'll see. That's the joy of me writing my own challenge. I'm not set with having to do like the exact same workout that somebody else told me to do. I plan to walk at minimum of 30 minutes each day, because I just love to walk. And especially with my past injuries, I've had 2 back surgeries, I've had a neck surgery from cancer, and I just tend to keep things a little bit more lower impact. But with construction wrapping up in my area, I tested out a new route the other day and just went out. It was absolutely gorgeous out. I went for a walk, and it ended up being 2.2 miles, and I could probably extend it a little bit more if I was feeling up to it. But I just love to get out and move and get fresh air. And then the remaining time will include some upper and lower body exercises and a new addition, wall Pilates, because I've been thinking about doing Pilates for quite some time now, and was saying the other day that I really need to improve my mobility, my flexibility, and my core. So I found a beginner series that I'll just do 2 days a week and see how it goes. So now that I have my first goal mapped out, let's chat about the big one, the healthy eating. Oh wait, before I go into that next goal, ladies, I need some sports bra and workout top recommendations. My favorite sports bra by Wacol is just not cutting it anymore. And I'm currently trying one from Brooks, but I'm just not loving it. So if you could share any recommendations in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. But okay, back to healthy eating. Whenever I start over, or in this case, open up chapter 2 of my weight loss journey, I need to set a new baseline for my daily calories. So I use the daily calculator to just determine my baseline. And in an ideal situation, yes, I would love to lose 1 to 1.5 pounds a week, but that's really ambitious. And I'm aware that being now 14 months trying to lose weight, it might be a little tough, but I decided to just take an average and set my calorie range at 13 to 1400 calories. But I will adjust if needed based on, my weigh-ins. And then lastly, I wanted to just refresh my daily protein goals, and I used the protein calculator, and it gave me this crazy range of 78 to 140. And so I decided my first week I'm going to shoot anywhere between 78 and 100. But if I can get more, I'll be thrilled. Um, it's just important to adjust as the weeks and months go by, because, my range from when I first started is completely different than what it is now. So now that I know what my daily calorie range and my daily protein range is, I want to map out my meals for the week. So I took inventory of what I currently have on hand, what's on my favorite foods list, and then I built out my meals. And I ended up only having to pick up a handful of things from the food store, so I won't be doing a grocery haul this week. I would have loved to have showed you some of my staples. And it's a good way to kick off a challenge, but it's not worth it when I only really needed 7 items. So this is reality, and I just didn't want to fake it just for a video. And I haven't used my food scale in a little while, so I'm going to break that out, so that I could just track my calories for the first week or two in MyFitnessPal. But I'm not going to be super strict. This is only week 1. And I'm not a nutritionist or an expert. I'm just putting together meals and snacks I know I love and I want to eat. Will I hit my calorie range? We will see. But that's what week 2 is for. And I know adjustments will be needed. But I also use another Canva. It sounds like I'm obsessed with Canva, but I use another Canva template to map out my meals. I'll link that as well. It only took me 15 minutes tops to do this. And now I don't have to start the day thinking, what am I going to eat today? I have a plan for the week. And then drinking water and staying hydrated is very, very important when taking Mounjaro. Up until this point, I've been really diligent on drinking water throughout the day. And even though I don't typically have issues in this area, it's important to just include it and also be a great daily reminder, especially because of the medicine. And I'm also going to be walking outside more and it's getting warmer and I'm going to be sweating from some of my workouts, that I might just need to replenish a little more often. I currently drink out of my favorite 40-ounce tumbler with my favorite saying, invest in yourself. I call it my family. It's my fake Stanley, but I plan to have about 3 of these. And then next up, skincare regimen. And I usually have a good one morning and night, but for some reason, I've gotten a tad lazy at night and I just remove my makeup and wash my face and call it a night. So I want to get back to, the skincare routine that I was doing months when I first started Mounjaro, mainly because when I first started, I heard so much chatter of people saying if you take a GLP-1, your skin's going to look dull or you're going to look older. And what do they call it? Ozempic face. Anyway, I've always loved a brand called Eminence Organic Skincare, and I've used their Calm Skin line to help, with my rosacea for years. But now I want to up my game to start to tackle a little bit of hyperpigmentation and sun damage. So I have all the products on hand ready to go, and I also got these really fun silicone fusion eye patches as a gift. I'm going to start using them every day. They're by Dermaclara. I'm not recommending them because I literally just started today because today's day 1 and I'm not going to see any changes for a couple weeks. So I don't want to say, go out, get them. They're groundbreaking. And then on a side note, if you battle with redness in your face, I just found a product that's now replacing my green tint primer. It's by It Cosmetics. And let me tell you, it has drastically cut down on my skin's redness and I feel like my makeup goes on so much smoother and my skin just looks like it's glowing. And I also have very sensitive skin and I've had no issues. If you want, I'll link it below. It comes in 3 colors, but I have used it every day for the past month. I'm obsessed with it. Plus, I got it on sale, which is always a good thing. But I seriously can't wait to see after 60 days of following a good skincare routine what it'll do to my face. And I don't know, I'm really excited for this goal. It's a little bit different. And then in regards to my sleep goal, if you watched my stall series, then you've heard me talk about my terrible sleeping habits. And even though I've seen some great progress, I still need to make sure I'm prioritizing my sleep. And so for the next 60 days, I'll be lights and TV off by 10 p.m., no scrolling on my phone after 7:30. And I decided to pick up a book. It's called Atomic Habits. And I want to try to finish it in the next 60 days. Not a goal, but I'm going to try. I've heard so many people talk about how amazing this book is. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. What it does is it teaches you how to make small changes that will transform your habits and deliver amazing results. And at some point, I will be entering my maintenance mode. And I want to make sure I just don't repeat any of the mistakes of my past. And it's about learning how to transform my habits. I think that'll be instrumental. But I plan to track my sleep on my Apple Watch, maybe 2 or 3 nights a week, and just also make notes of any of the nights that I've had issues, because there might be a reason why. Because it could be food, maybe I didn't cut off my water in time, or it's X amount of days after the shot. I want to just explore it all. And then lastly, the hardest for me in this challenge is going to be taking those weekly progress photos. Um, it's not going to be sticking to my eating plan or my daily workouts, but it's these photos. I know I'm working on being more confident in that area, and I've highlighted those days on my 60-day countdown checklist, and I'll make sure to take a photo every 7 days. I took my first photo this morning for day 1 of the challenge, so I feel like I'm off to a great start, but we'll see. But I'm also not sure if I'm going to see drastic changes in 60 days. So I'm also going to do measurements at the start, the 30-day and the 60-day marks. I think this is also a great indicator um, of success with or without the scale. I picked up a smart body tape measure because I'm just a sucker for gadgets, and anything that syncs up to my phone, I think makes my life easier. So if you're interested, I'll link it below. It was surprisingly very easy to use, and it's something I've been thinking about buying for months. And taking measurements is something people recommend all the time, especially when you're starting a weight loss journey. But I kind of ignored that, and that's a big regret of mine. I also tried that Me 360 app, and it was very inconsistent. But I may go back to it and then do a comparison to the smart tape measure. We'll see. But I'm sure there'll be some discrepancies, but it's just something nerdy and fun that I would like to try. So sorry, I'll move on from the nerd side. And so, yeah, there we have it. Nothing crazy. I'm just excited to kick this off. And I encourage you to take some time and create a 60-day challenge for yourself. Use my blank templates that I linked in the description below. They are free, they can be edited, you can do whatever you want with them. But just set a realistic goal and visualize your success awaiting for you after 60 days. Whether it's just reclaiming your confidence or simply feeling healthier and happier, you just remember why you started this journey. And don't forget to reward yourself for every milestone achieved because you deserve it. I'm already looking forward to my 30-day facial reward, and I'm still thinking what my reward will be at the 60-day mark. And then when I hit my 100-pound weight loss goal, we'll see. But this is also why I love to do challenges. You hit a goal, you reward yourself. But let me know in the comments if you plan on joining me or if you're already in the middle of a challenge. I'm ready. I've accepted my challenge. I'm on day one, and I just can't wait to share my progress, my struggles, and my victories. And I just feel like I'm going to make this the best chapter of my weight loss journey. And I thank you for making it this far, for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video. Let's go do this. Bye.